Hey friends! So my first day with my new iPad, and I just went through the whole thing and realized that I had it on photo and not video. So I'm going through the whole thing again. This month we've been talking self-care. One of those buzzwords that we hear all the time. It gets thrown around, and yet there's still a lot of confusion, like what exactly is self-care? You know, what are you doing to really nurture your mind and your body and your spirit and your just the environment around you, whatever that might be. And some people have a misguided notion on what does or doesn't count as self-care. But I want to say, no matter what I say here, at the end of the day, it's whatever is going to really deliver for you. What's going to help you become the best version of yourself. The you know, whatever that is for you, that's what matters. So before we get into what we're going to talk about today is what is it, what isn't it, and what are some tips for setting yourself up for a great self-care routine. Before we do that, my name is Nancy Brooker. I'm a relationship and stress coach. I help mainly women who are stuck in a challenging relationship. You know, whether it's with a partner, a family member, a coworker, their finances, their bodies, whatever that is, just to become really clear about what it is you want out of that relationship, and you know where you are now, where you want to be, and how to bridge that gap between the two. What's keeping you stuck? How to get past that, whatever that is, so that you can, you know, just think more clearly, bring more calm, clarity, connection, joy, happiness into your life. Who doesn't want that? So let's just start with what is self-care. So obviously self-care is just really any task that's going to help you take care of yourself, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, again, you know, relationally, whatever that is. And, you know, as you practice self-care, you just find that every aspect of your life will improve, not just that little aspect that you're working on. So you don't need to worry that you're focusing in on one area, because the effects will permeate all over. So that's what self-care is. What isn't self-care? Well, one mistake I think that we commonly make is that we think, and I'm totally guilty of this, so, you know, I'm no saint, that we indulge, right? So we've had a hard day, we're tired, we've worked really hard, we've had some difficult conversations, whatever that is that's gone on, and we just want a treat. So we reach for the chocolate, or we reach for the chips, or the glass of wine, or whatever that is for you. And, you know, I'm not trying to judge anybody. Like I said, I'm guilty myself of all of that. But I think what we need to remember is that what we're looking for is balance, right? So if we're doing that occasionally, you know what, that's life, and that's anything in moderation, right? But if we're doing it all the time, if that's our go-to and we're calling that self-care, then that's an issue, because that's actually creating issues in other parts of our life, right? It's actually making things worse. So we don't want to live off a diet of, well, you know, I don't know, I guess in a perfect world, maybe we would live off of a diet of chocolate and cake and that sort of, you know, for me, ice cream, but, you know, it just doesn't work that way. So just be careful about the indulging, and make sure that everything is in balance. The other thing that self-care is not, is it's not about doing things that you think you should, or you think other people think you should. So even though you see your friend over there is meditating and going to the gym for 2 hours, or they're telling you they are anyways, and drinking some strange tea, and I don't know, joined some sort of discussion group, or maybe they go for walks every night, or whatever that is that they're doing, and you're looking at all of those and thinking, oh my gosh, I really should be doing all of that. I'm not doing it. I'm horrible. Don't beat yourself up. It's not about what other people are doing. It's about what's going to be good for you to do. So what sort of things are going to be good for you to introduce into your routine that are going to make a difference for you, not for the other people? So how can we figure that out? Well, we can follow this basic checklist. So sort of five sort of things that you want to make sure you think about when you're creating your routine so that it can be effective. So first of all, what is it that you want to improve? Is there a certain part of your life? What is it? What do you want things to look like? Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your fitness, maybe it's your spirituality, your mental state, your environment, even, you know, I don't know about you guys, but self-care for me is sometimes cleaning because just getting things organized around me makes me feel good, and it's all about making you feel calmer and more clear and better. So what do you want to improve? Why do you want to improve it? So in this one, I think it's really important that your why comes from within. So your why shouldn't be because everybody else is doing it and I think I should. Your why should be about how you want to feel. What is introducing that self-care into your life going to do for you? Not what's happening anywhere else. What's it going to do for you? Is it going to make you feel more calm? Is it going to make you be less confrontational with your spouse or your kids? Is it going to decrease your self-talk? Is it going to make you just generally happier? Is it going to make you feel more fit and strong? What is your why? And so again, what type of self-care do you need the most? What area of your life needs that little tender loving care right now? And, you know, like we said, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever that is, your environment, your relationships, how can you introduce self-care to help those areas? You know, the most common things, you know, sleep more, eat better, get some more exercise regularly, whatever that is. You might want to start with a no list. So you can think about the types of things that you've heard that people are doing and you're like, I'm never going to do that. Now, I'm not saying discount them totally forever and ever and ever. I always said I would never be a meditator, and now I meditate. Who knew? So it's good to try things, but don't start with something that you are very opposed to, because you're going to set yourself up for failure. You want to set yourself up for success. You want to choose things that are of interest to you. And then my last little tip is to start out gradually. Just pick a couple of things, one thing, two things, whatever that is. Maybe it's a walk after dinner. Maybe it's switching off technology at a certain time. Maybe it's reading so much of your favorite book at night before bed. Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's a cup of tea. Maybe it's calling a friend. Whatever that is for you, choose that. But don't try and do everything because it will not work. So when it comes right down to it, choose what will be the best for your body and for your mind. So that's it. What do you want to improve? Why do you want to improve it? What type of self-care do you need the most? Start with your no list and start out gradually. And I just want to end with a quote for you, which I don't know who the author is, but it is, don't forget to drink water and get some sun. You're basically a houseplant, but with more complicated emotions. So just remember to introduce that self-care routine and remember that you're worth it. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.